Jay does interviews on her platform. She interviews victims.
Yeah.
So how she didn't even stop this
Exactly.
or take on the interview herself. She distanced herself from it because they did not want any of them to be touched by the after effects of it.
Yeah, that's why they used Angie. And Angie is such a pawn in this game and can't see it. All she cares about is the views. It's
When we said to No Face yesterday, obviously, about is Angie the right person, he said, well, they've been on the phone to her all day prepping her, which shows me what's happened, that Cockapoo and Jay and all the rest of them have actually worked on it all day to do this. And Angie looked out of her depth most of the time anyway, or was just doing her normal, well, if you don't bring me proof, even though you were 12 and a child, that you just don't count and we're just not going to do anything but destroy you. And I think it's so two-faced that Angie's there this morning saying she believes Mama Kaz because she hasn't seen evidence, but yet she had no evidence for Lisa Marie when okay driving her over the edge last night.
Yep.
Because of NFA paperwork is absolutely no evidence at all.
No, it isn't.
Especially when we're talking about SA.
Yeah, none at all.
Because
I've just seen that Mama Kaz clip with Angie backing Mama Kaz, basically. I've just seen that. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I just run out of words because it's just so abhorrent to see. And I know people are like, oh, it's TikTok, it's just an app. This is people's lives that people are fucking about with, and there's no consideration or thought or empathy about what people are going through. It's all for the money. It's all for the attention, and it's a shit show to even hear that happened last night. That her family members were brought onto TikTok. That Cockapoo was running the show on this, and Angie again just sat there and let it all happen. And
that's the thing, because I asked the woman coming in my life, one of the aunties, and I said, how did you talk to Cockapoo for the first time? How did she approach you? They said, no, we approached her. She said, I've never had a conversation with her before the live though. And then I said, how can that be then? How did she know what was going to happen, what was going to say, and what you had to say? And then she said, no, it was my other sister.
How did she know to find them if they're not connected?
This is why I think, in my opinion, from last night, Cockapoo is 100% the woman that Lisa is saying she is. And Lisa is actually saying Cockapoo doesn't legally work for any person. Cockapoo is her ex-partner Craig's auntie. So when the court needed somebody to speak on behalf of the children, they couldn't use Lisa because she wasn't in a good place. They couldn't use the dad, so they asked his family member to act as a guardian decision in the court, like school, doctors, etc. And that's what Cockapoo was there to do. So then Cockapoo would have access to who Lisa's family are as well, because they live in the same town. They both are family members to the children. And Lisa had proof the other day where these same aunties have messaged her, calling her children really bad words for like disabled people beginning with S, like spat. That word. A word. And they have been messaging her, being horrific towards her. They kept saying to her, you're just like your mum, you're just like your mum. So there's obviously family dynamics going on there that should never have been dragged to TikTok.
Yeah, it's a shit show. It's an absolute disgusting.
I honestly do think Cockapoo, why would you hide if this wasn't you? If she was wrong, why not just turn on your camera? Why go to this level to bring someone's child essay onto this platform, which is way worse than what Alex did the other day, by the way, to do this to a singular victim, to drag them up and berate them for being a victim and not withholding evidence from when they were 12 years of age? So damaging.
It's so damaging, and then even worse, the fact that the condition that Lisa was in yesterday as well, and the fact that they were told like she was fitting yesterday, she was under hospital care. Is that correct?
Yeah, she was under the crisis team yesterday because there was no beds at the mental hospital. And then her auntie come on and said, Lisa's telling everyone she's in the mental hospital in our town. Well, she's not, because she's only in the emergency room. And I was like, they saw her actually going in a wheelchair 2 days ago into the emergency room, and they were going, but it's not the mental hospital, she's lying. And I thought, but you've seen her. There was a video posted 4 days ago that was sent to Cockapoo. Lisa has stood there ranting and raving and got blood dripping down her forehead.
Honestly, I just can't.
I mean, there is, if you go to Clip Kings, if anyone wants to see it, I'm not going to show people because it's not my place to do so. Yeah. But she is stood there ranting and raving. She has a cut on her forehead. She's got blood dripping down her forehead. And she's saying, what more do people want from me? When will this be over? And they still did that live. She's got children. She's got children she needs to be here for. And how are we tearing women down as women and not for 1 second thinking this could be my kid, this could be my sister? Like, there's no excuse for what happened last night. None. I was heartbroken last night. I couldn't sleep. I just kept thinking, what if that was my kid? What if that was my kid?
It's just disgusting. It's like actually disgusting, all of it. And yeah. I don't know. Look, it's depressing. It's depressing the stuff out of me. I can't even lie. It's depressing me, and it's not even my life. This is heavy stuff that happened last night, guys.
100%. It needs to be. People need to make a choice now. Like, if you're going over, make a choice now. Like, if you're going over, make a choice now. Like, if you're going over and you're make a choice now. Like, if you're going over and you're
let me know when you guys are back. Sorry, yeah, we've got a disconnection again. Can you hear me, Hayley?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yes, I think we're fine. It's just they're back.
It's just the rest of them.
Sorry, TikTok does this weird thing where it disconnects alive and then it reboots it, and then you lot get caught in a lag, in a little loop. So thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. It's Liz. Thank you, my darling. And sorry, we got caught in a loop where TikTok disconnects and reconnects. I don't know why it does that. It's very weird. And you guys get in a loop. Anyway, stay there a sec, Hayley, because I'm just going to do a very short summary because I genuinely can't really take talking about this much more. But I'm just going to do the briefest summary of what happened in Zach's live. And if you want to add anything to it, then you can.
Everyone just... When we started... going off, I was halfway through saying something and everyone wants me just to finish that one question.
Sorry, go on. Yeah,
so I would say everyone needs to make a choice now, whether you're on the side of good or evil. And if you're watching these people's lives, Jay's, Cockapoo's, Luke's, Miss Red's, and they're not mentioning what happened last night, and they're not talking about the fact that it was so disgusting, then you need to realise that they are behind what is happening, because no woman should be going live today and not addressing what happened.
100%. I totally agree.
I think we're lagging again.
I think we are. I think we're lagging. Let me see what the internet's doing. Hold on. No, internet speed's fine. I don't know. TikTok's TikToking, guys. Sorry. So you might need to leave the room and come back in if we're lagging. Yeah, thank you for that, Hayley. Hayley's choice has been censored, said Jake. Did you make Jake?
Yeah, I put it in the
Did you make Jake a mod in your room, Hayley?
I totally forgot, but I feel like I don't want to steal him off you, but I do feel like you're being very mean by not modding him.
All right, I tell you what you do. This is what we do, right? You can make Jake a mod in your room, and after a week, let me know how it goes, and I bet you're going to send him back. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like when I think of Remi, I think of Jake. I feel like you're together a team, and I feel like if you don't mod Jake, we should all boycott your lives.
The power's going to go to his head, though, Hayley. The power's going to go.
Yeah, but he's literally such a good man, and he literally, whenever he speaks, I see him speaking, I'm just like, he's just got such a good heart, man.
I know, that's why he's my number 2, but I just didn't want to give him the powers. If
you don't mod him, he's going to keep going live. The other day he got like 80 viewers, and then he was a right diva.
I know.
He was shutting people down. He was shouting at Miss Doubtfire. He was on fire.
Right, listen, Jake, I've just made you a mod. You are on a trial basis. Let's see what happens. Can everybody give some claps for Jake? He's now a mod in the room.
We got there, Jake.
The bullying worked. The bullying works.
Watch everyone else will disappear out of the chat. You'll just block everyone.
The whole room,
just Jake.
The whole room's gonna get fucking muted now. No, you're a mod. You're welcome, Jake. You're welcome. But yeah, there we go. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. Did you? Oh, I forgot to do the emote. I forgot to do the shut up, Jake emote. I forgot. Yesterday was wild, man. I was being trolled everywhere. It was too much. I forgot. Sorry. Anyway, right. So let me talk about quickly what happened. Jake emote needed. I will do it. Someone send me a message later, remind me, or one of the mods remind me, because brain ain't braining. So yesterday, I was one of the people who got a heads up to say that something was happening at 8:30, which is why I know that people were given a heads up, which I
was too.
Yeah, and I do believe that Miss Red probably also got that heads up, which makes sense about why she said she's taking a break yesterday. And also why she dropped Mama Kaz in the morning. That's again speculation, but I know I got it, Hayley got it, so it's a reasonable guess to presume that other people got the same heads up that was happening, and so clearly Karma Kaz got the heads up as well. I don't know if anyone saw Karma Kaz's live. Let me just.
I did see it live.
I'm just going to mute you a sec, Hayley, bub, because it's echoing. Sorry, bub. I will let you come back. And so, because he'd done a prediction, he was like, someone's going down tonight. And then, of course, it happened. Thank you for the butterfly, Meg. So anyway, so Zach fired up the live, and he had two women in there. And one of the women was an ex-moderator for Mama Kaz. And she was telling her story and her experience of what it was like being a moderator for Kaz. Now, a couple of days ago, there was also another exposure that happened with two other mods of Mama Kaz's, ex-mods of Mama Kaz's, basically detailing manipulation and control that Mama Kaz was sort of using over her moderators, and sort of the strategies she was using to kind of go at other creators, etc. So last night, God almighty, a lady's name, it's Sophie, isn't it? It was Sophie. Sophie was one of Mama Kaz's closest friends and moderators, and she is also a woman who has a stage 4 melanoma cancer, and she's terminally ill right now. Thank you, Sophie Demizio. Thank you, Nanny Plum. And she was friends with Mama Kaz and was a mod for Mama Kaz, and basically gives her version of events of what happened, basically including managing her whole life, gifting her lots of money, and basically was a bit of a shit show of a situation. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the little bitty things that have happened. I'll say it now and I'll say it again, and if you guys can repeat this in the chat, if people come in late and they're like, you know, what happened last night, Mama Kaz, everything is over on YouTube on the Observer UK's page, where you can watch the whole entire live, all the details of what was said and done. And there are some absolutely horrible things that happen that I really don't want to repeat and go into, but at the end of the day, this is a very vulnerable woman who was her moderator, who basically is terminally ill and was taken advantage of financially, emotionally, by Mama Kaz. I told you I'm keeping this at like 50,000 feet for you, right? That's basically what happened. It is a really hard watch to watch. It's very hard to hear the things that she went through and the things that happened to her. Yes, I muted that person yesterday. I saw one clip and I had to mute that person. Hayley, do you want to add anything more to that? Because without going into too much detail, please, 'cause I just don't think people need it, and it is everywhere. That's roughly what happened. It was heartbreaking. It was very distressing to watch. It is over on YouTube. It's on Observer UK if you want to go and get all the details. The long and short of it is that this woman, who is very vulnerable, was taken advantage of financially, emotionally, and it was very toxic from Mama Kaz. Mama Kaz did respond yesterday. Again, those clips are out there if you want to go and watch Mama Kaz's response. Hayley, is there anything you want to add to the...
I just want to say it was that serious that this woman had woken up out of a coma, and the same day Mama Kaz was like, well, I'm glad you're awake because I need help with my business. She was just completely unaware of how this woman was feeling the whole time. Yeah. I didn't watch it all, to be fair, Remi, because I was trying to keep up with Lisa Marie, because I was trying to message her and her sister like mad to see if she was okay.
Yeah. That's all right. It's a real eye opener into how a big creator has treated the people that are around her. It's all about control. It's all about money. This woman basically has gifted her all of her money to help this person out. Sue says it was heartbreaking. Honestly, it's all in my head, and I don't want to say all the things. It's just awful. And if you want to know more, go to YouTube and watch it on Observer. That's pretty much all I want to say about it. It was an exposure. It was very damaging to Mama Kaz. Lots of people are very upset about it. There was lots of lives last night about it. But you can go and watch that on your own. I'm not playing the clips, guys. I'm not playing the clips. Sorry.
Angie is defending Mama Kaz this morning, saying that if this woman had stage 4 cancer and chose to talk to Mama Kaz instead of being with her kids, then that's on her.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just on the Observer now, Leah. I did see it there. Let me just refresh the page, see if it's been taken down. I'm just checking on YouTube. There we go. Angie reacts to the exposure of Mama Kaz part 1. That's already on there. Hold on. Just see if it is on there. 1 second, everybody. So the exposure of Lisa Marie is on there. That was Gracie reacts to Mama. Creators react to Mama Kaz. Exposure of Mama Kaz. It is on there. It's all on there. So yeah, the exposure of Mama Kaz is on there, and the exposure of Lisa Marie are both on there. If you go to YouTube and type in Observer or the Observer UK or just the Observer, you'll find it. It's all on there. Yeah, just type the Observer or Observer UK. One of them will bring it up, and it's got a Simpsons sort of looking character on the cover of the videos. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Big up Hayley for coming up and sharing. And are you gonna hang around for a bit, or are you doing a live today, Hayley? What's happening with you?
I'll stay and watch you for a bit, and then I'll go get some videos done.
All right, bub. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hayley.
Thank you, Remi. Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye.